Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
Go back to the old school triple lane.
Yeah. And without as much protection on the top side, can make things a little bit bothersome, as Delight is just being annoying here. Takes a buckler to the noggin. Is okay, let's see whether Zeus can survive this one. The flash out from Lahens, and the fully charged up turret is a bit dangerous, but it should get a little bit less excited, and there it is. First blood going over to Geo, and meanwhile, on the other side of the map, or in the middle of the map, there is a dead Ambessa. So, immediate first blood going over to a kind of awkward spot. But Peanut, happy Christmas, going to be moving over towards these grubs now to see whether they can deny that feat of strength, as Geo going to get smashed into the wall, actually taking a lot of damage. Ignite coming down. No Steadfast presence was available, but the flash in, and Delight is just going to solo kill him, basically. I think that was like 1 or 2 autos from Viper, and otherwise it was all the Poppy. Yeah,
pretty rough, and honestly, Geo unfortunately uses both his sums. Delight really doesn't care about flashing. He has Hex Flash, you know, he just unlocked it.
Yeah, he actually, it's Poppy as well, like the ultimate Hex Flasher.
Yeah, Geo just in a poor position there, and Gideon gets 2 grubs and gets out, so he's kind of okay with that situation. But yeah, it feels like they kind of caught sleeping by Delight there on this spot.
Yes, straight up. It was a very weird kill, because it just was like Delight found a heroic charge, and then they were like, oh, but it's just Poppy, he'll be fine. Wasn't fine, actually.
Yeah, and now
kind of died.
20 CS lead between the 80 carries, which is a large amount this early. And it's fortunate that Nongshim got that first kill on the Zhu, because if they didn't, this would be even more dire.
Well, Peanut is, you know, you were saying even more dire. I think this fits the category as the Nature's Grasp comes through. Oh, unfortunately, they both get caught. It's pick your poison as far as who you want to take down, but Delight is dead as the turret is going to take him out. And now Peanut is going to get revenge, but the turret is also getting revenge. And so I guess, Gio, welcome back to the game. Does see that ward, so Zeus with full information. Peanut nowhere in the vicinity. I think they're going to look for it. Vault Breaker to come through as Kingen throws down the ulti just to try and clear out some minions, but Gideon just going to die. Kingen also going to die on the other side, as we can see here. And Zeus says, what the heck are you doing, bro?
Yeah, so I guess Nongshim just not prepared for the fact
Gary's Aya moving into the mid-game.
Yeah, is now 1,000 gold up.
Yes, he's now finally got there. Some grubbies being considered here by Nongshim, as well as Peanut going to move on over. Does find the Nature's Grasp, but the public execution into that back line. Peanut pretty tanky though, and now Viper is there to deliver the damage. Lahens going down lower and lower, and Fisher is basically out of the fight. The double knockup from Zekka as he dives forward. He's going to find another one, actually giving a double kill over to Viper, who's on 5. Remember, this guy hasn't died all season. Well, actually, no, since his first matchup against Gen G, but since their last matchup, he hasn't died.
4,000 gold deficit right now.
Yeah.
And half of that is between the 80 carries. And, you know...
2.2k.
Let's just amp it up. There's an extra...
exclaiming about the 1k, like, I feel 2.5 minutes ago.
There's an extra 400 gold.
Fully taken, as of course, we've got 3 grubs apiece, but it wasn't all in the same set of grubs. And Gideon is going to be able to secure this. So first Dragon going over to Nongshim. All right, there's a positive, because it means that, like, because it used to be that the top side of the screen was where all the bad stuff was happening, and the bottom side you can just ignore the other side, and it's fine. That teleport was actually hilarious as, okay, Zekka going hyper-aggressive, and there's Delight again! Geo able to get himself out of the way, but it's not good enough, and what the heck? This Poppy is still going! Decides he doesn't even need to press his keep his verdict button, because the damage had already been done. Blade of the Ruined King done, so the Yone is very frightening if he wasn't enough already. It's going to be out of turret secured by HLE. Peanut thought that he was needed, but he was actually kind of not. It might just be that this turret is given up, although Zekka can unbind the soul, look to clear out the wave. And it's going to be a tough one, as okay, there's a cease and desist as the public execution comes through. The flash out from Zekka, let's see whether... No, he's not going to stay alive. That is just a lot of commitment and a lot of damage as HLE looking to answer on the other side.
Yeah, a little bit overconfident. His ult came up literally 2 seconds after he died.
Oh, God.
So if he had that, maybe he could have gotten away, but yeah, the flash vial is really Gideon saying, I've had enough. I'm sick of your shenanigans. And they will be able to get a tower and an objective bounty out of this. Positives?
Yep, there is that. That is. They did lose an inner turret on the top side of the map. So maybe that goes against the positives, but you don't need to look at that. That's Gideon to the moon.
Racking up the bounty right now.
In the meantime, Viper is 2.9 thousand gold ahead.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's like a full item. And we can see that it is almost a full item that he has completed.
I feel like it's so... Woo! Those drive-by teleports.
That's so fun.
I feel like it's... oh, Peanut.
Peanut is
just having some
fighting. The rest of the team not fighting. Oh, hi, Shelly. Welcome. Didn't see you there. But she is going to be able to help take down that inner turret. And another one is going down on the bottom side of the map as Peanut could be... No, is he going to be in trouble? That's the question, as Viper's going to come on over. There's the flash out. Cease and desist will kill him, but Gideon's going to go down as well, and now the fight has really broken out, and Nongshim want nothing more of this. But the flash forward comes in, and Zeus says, no, 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 no. We are fighting. The all-out comes in, trades for the killer instinct, as Jiu's going to be able to try and do something here. Flashes. Oh, the Void Seek was almost enough, but another heroic charge is going to be the end of him as public execution, and somehow Zeus is still alive. Oh, get that. It needs to be back in the chat again. I know that we called for it before and it filled up the chat, but it has to come back again. This Cassante is doing some Cassante things. Oh, God. Fisher couldn't do, he couldn't do any of his buttons because Zeus had another knockback. Oh, he can get that blood pedal.
Yes.
He can get that blood pedal. That's value.
That's the flank.
Oh, God, wait. Maybe
coming
it's working. Maybe it's working. It's a TP over the wall from King in Hands. He's turned up. I mean, Gideon's already dead. They dive in on top of Viper. A whole bunch of buttons are pressed, but he has the... Oh, they stole it! And he stole it! King and picks it up! And they managed to take down Viper there as well. The damage... They're getting Cassante! Oh, God, they're getting mega Cassante. But the Yone's dead, and the Cassante does finally actually die. And they don't really die themselves. So to keep his verdict, I think they're going to keep themselves alive. But man, Nongshim, the Noodles making
their
way
with it. That doesn't mean that the best use of your buff is just charge into the tower against Maokai Poppy and die.
And it's also, okay, King throws down the ulti. There's a public execution as they get underneath the turret. That's another cease and desist, and Viper is on the floor once again. Zeus is also dead as Delight, the next one on the chopping block. As Fisher, yeah, he's just going to be sent home. The ulti comes forward from Zeka, but doesn't find the target, which was Gideon. He's going to jump onto Jiu, though, and he is going to be sent home. As Lance comes back, he really dies if he does go down. The anchor is going to be avoided. And Nongshim have brought this game back to within 2,000 gold.
I mean, they've gotten so much value out of this. You know, excusing that when Gideon and Lahens went to the tower and just died, the gank after that, the play after that, sorry, killing Viper without the ult, and Fisher, who had a very underwhelming and best of games.
If you get ult flashed and then public execution and then everything else in the kitchen sink, as Peanut's going to get engaged on one more time. Getting confirmation that Viper did actually have the ultimate and just didn't manage to press it.
Oh, well, Viper did have ult. So that's just a uncharacteristic misplay for the player who didn't die in the last series against KT.
Yep.
Just didn't press his ult there, got caught off guard. So Nongshim, though, they're now actually doing damage. I think there's a significant change to Peanut, at least. I'm not sure how much they're going to do to Zeus when he presses ult, but...
well, he did lose half of his health bar. And remember, whoever gets this next objective does get the feat.
He does that when he presses ult anyway, so is he... Yeah, I think if he loses the other half, that's when he's got to be concerned. But
HLE are looking a little bit frightened about how this one's going, as there's the ulti forward, giving Fisher a bit of his own medicine as a twisted advance to lock him in place. There are the feats going over, but HLE have taken down the mid laner, and they're looking for a Baron now as an opportunity.
Yeah, very weird to hit 25 minutes Baron spawn, and that's when feats come through. But
yeah,
now
Baron, and it is extraordinarily low. Teleport available for Zeka, and HLE need to get in here. It's down to 50% health. Voidseeker this time is going to miss, and now the teleport's coming in. The Baron's extremely low as Delight goes in. It is going to be the Baron secured by Nongshim, but the ulti into the backline from Zeka might be the end of Gideon. No, Blast Cone is going to make sure that that one does not happen, and they'll keep a few of these Barons alive, and maybe, if you're Nongshim, you're just saying it's kind of worth. I mean, it's still 1,000 gold.
Depends what HLE can do here, because it looks like the pun and take has been inhibitor tower. I think if that goes down, he's starting to feel less okay.
I'm going to say that it's probably worth for HLE at this point in time, as taking this inhibitor going to provide them with a whole lot of strength in this lead up towards the next dragon, and it'll lead up towards the next
Yeah,
Baron.
he will be hitting a lot. Viper does have the GA, and is starting to pick up some armor pen. I mean, there wasn't that much armor on the other side. Still want it, but going to be a much...
certainly getting thrown into the washing machine over and over again. And probably just wants to not let that wombo combo be the death of him every single... Yeah. Okay, in comes Zeus. And Gideon from over the wall. I think they know that it's a bit of a shaky peanut when it comes to the smites. So if Gideon can get in there and make them nervous, it could be a tough one. He just flashes in! They dive on top of the Xayah, who does go down to the GA pretty immediately. And now Fisher's in amongst it. Kingen trying to get out of there. The problem is, Viper comes back alive. And then they threw their kitchen sink, and Viper said, I don't mind. That's actually okay. We'll take the objective.
Yeah, the GA buy really paying off there.
Yeah, I would say that like this is where you should probably have a look at the inventories. I don't know whether they would have made the same play, as that buffer was kind of cute, but Lance is still going to die. Viper going to be able to take down his ex-Griffin teammate on the bottom side of the map, and yeah, HLE just continue about their business.
Nongshim, I mean, do you want to play around the fact that Viper doesn't have that, but without Violed?
Yeah, then what's the point? That's a bit of a dangerous one, as, yep, there's the Keeper's Verdict from the Shadows, and Kingen's now out of the fight. That is going to be a free Baron, because they also had the Nature's Grasp just to make sure that no one could get in.
You know, I'm just not really sure what Gideon was doing there, specifically. As undesirable as possible for the buy, but there's still just not really a better target, unless Zeka massively misplays all his...
This turret is very dead.
Yeah, they're going for the long flank here.
Can they do that before the Nexus explodes? That's the big question, as even HLE are a bit confused about where Gideon is as he walks over the wards now. All right, charging up that Vault Breaker. Will be able to get in, but Delight just says, no, my friend, that is not going to happen. The ulti through from Zeka there as well. Blastcone's kind of frustrating, as now everyone's piling in. Viper goes golden, but he's in amongst so many bad guys, gets a big shield, and he has already ulted, but he kills two of them on his way out. It's Lehens that poetically gets the kill, but it is still the end of the game, as HLE will march down this bottom lane and look to take down the turrets.
You know, the miracle Arakan steal kept them in the game, but Nongshim just can't do enough. The peel available to HLE, they shut down the flank attempt from Gideon, and even though Viper does go down in the end, enough damage is done, and HLE will claim their first Nexus of the series.
Yep. You can see that, you know, the spirits were not too down on the side of Nongshim. Kingen having a bit of a giggle here. I think they knew that they were gifted another chance in this game. Didn't quite...
Like, it's weaker now than it was, but it's very much a lane where, like, the mid-game spike was, like, the driving force.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn, things get a little bit worse before they get better for G-Will in the hands.
Ooh, nice bubble. Will connect here. Tidal Wave to follow up as Delight comes on over, gives a bit of a shield here to Peanut, who does have the Crescent Guard up and available. Light Binding, the full combo. Empress Divide needs to be flashed there from Zeka, but now he's in an awkward position. Peanut coming back in again because he identifies Gideon has no damage. And in fact, no one does. And in fact, no one's going to die. What feels like forever.
Yeah, he's withering the storm for now, so gone pretty okay, all things considered, and he is going to get that big mid-game spike.
On our sheet in front of us with the cool stats on it, as we might have First Blood just being replaced only a few seconds later as Kingen. That's a great flash. Zeka comes in as well, and may just die to the ramped up turret. It's kind of hilarious. Tidal Wave is going to connect onto Viper here as well. Has to flash the bubble. And there's a lot of action, and we still haven't replaced that First Blood.
Were they aware? Like, as soon as the timer passed, everyone starts fighting.
Yeah,
like,
I think that must have been it. They're like, we're going to break this one.
They're like saying in all chat, guys, give it 20 seconds.
That's unfortunate. As, all right, Zeka will find the Emperor's Divide onto Kingen. Is it First Blood? Wow, that was a Narnian ultimate from Gideon, but it scared them enough to get Kingen out of there.
Oh, we'll watch this replay first.
Yeah.
Foreign prediction. So the ult just clears the entire wave. Cruxy even goes in for the cannon minion. It's like, get out of here.
Even manages to get Flames bit of value onto Peanut on his way out as well.
I like how we get the pro view point of view when there's no kill. That's how lack of kills this game is. I think, I could...
I'm thinking it's like 9...
oh, sorry, 20. I'll go 21. 21.
Arakan is just going down.
Oh, this could be it!
Oh no! Viper and Delight both just cooked together, and there it is! First Blood at 20-50! And it's Kingen that takes down Delight. Zeka now looking to try and stop them from taking this Arakan down, as Peanut going to be pushed away. Wind becomes lightning coming on in there. Fisher down relatively low. They get rid of the Azir. But Zeus comes in. That is going to keep Peanut alive. Viper fighting against King, and there are a lot of traps all over.
Very funky.
And if you're Lands, just in general, who does spend most of his time dying. Zeus is just going to walk at Fisher here. It's looking super effective. As now we've got another fight, as Peanut getting absolutely slaughtered. Gets himself a decent shield though, and in fact his ultimate's going to be coming up very, very soon. King in, getting low as Viper grabs it with a Peacemaker. That was adorable. Peanut going to get spotted out here as Viper's going to need to flash over. He does so. Light Binding not going to connect as now Jiu way too far up, but there's the knock up from Peanut. That is going to spell his death as now the flash in, the two-man taunt, and Zeka scoops them all up. HLE, I mean, they may not have got first blood, but they killed the rest of them.
When it rains, it pours. When we get some kills coming in, HLE clean up. Probably.
Because nothing else happened prior to that. As Lahens, he could die, but there is Gideon in the vicinity, and Zeka needs to go golden. Are enough traps going to be going down here as Emperor's Divide delivers a pig towards Delight and Viper. That equalizer actually isn't the greatest. And Nongshim were able to walk this one off.
You know, I joked before about Nami being tanky.
Do so much damage before. That really was a bit of a letdown.
Well, if you look at Zeus' items, you can see all the arm. Oh, no, he doesn't have any armor.
Right.
Suspicious. Interesting.
Very strange.
Yeah.
This Otacon is... Okay, Peanut coming on in. Let's see whether he can cause some sort of ruckus as Gideon already going down low. Zeka splits up the fight, but there's a lot of damage from Fisher here. The tidal wave helping out really well. But Gideon goes down first. And now the heroic exit there from Zeus. But they're all on the barbecue! And they just back away as Otacon is left to the Wolves. Or they're going for like a re-engage. I have no idea, but they're sort of still here and sort of not. Zeus has teleport, and so he can make his way back if they would like him to be there. And now they're just going to get gifted Otacon. No, he's going to reset. This is so weird. That was so strange. I have no idea what just happened there, but it was, I think, okay for HLE. Kingen moving in, doesn't have equalizer for the next little while.
Zeka's coming back, he hex-gated.
Yeah.
He's hex-gating again.
Oh, he's getting on in there. There's the taunt, it's going to connect onto Kingen, but he is able to cook them. Takes down the smite, that is absolutely huge as now Zeka gets out of the way of the culling, but it's not enough to save the gargoyle. And I'm still confused. This Otacon has just been running amok.
Wait, we're hex-gating more. We're back in. Bro, 2-0 Gen G earlier, and this game feels more odd.
Yeah, right? That's because Bro are the best team in Korea. We knew that from the Casper Cup.
Yeah, I mean, they are the Casper Cup champions. Yeah. The last time Gen G won, something was all the way back in MSI. Yeah, so a lot of focus on a Gideon to get rid of the smite.
As well. Peanut, if he can steal it away, certainly still incredibly valuable. As Hextech Soul was, I believe, secured by HLE in the meantime as well, so that is going to be a whole lot of power, especially with the Caitlyn. My goodness. As Jiwoo leading the charges. Yeah, what? I don't think they can't technically die, but Viper won't need that many shots in order to do it. So annoying. Yeah, Bazinga. All right, in goes Peanut. It's a gargoyle delivery system as they knock up Kingen and evict him from the area. Emperor's Divide connects onto a couple. Everyone is sent packing. And yeah, you may not necessarily die, but you give over 400 gold in a Baron. Probably not worth. 0-3, so he's already dealing a lot of damage. Oh man, Zeka going to be able to move towards his top side, utilize these Barons, and yeah, rank 3 ultimate, you know, like earlier because of that. It was all the blood pedal.
Yeah.
That's all right, HLE. Okay, Tidal Wave going to come in there. The cleanse going to be used from Viper as a whole bunch of buttons are now on cooldown. But I think that Nongshim used a few more. Yeah, 4 of them now on CD, and Fisher is doing his best to put his on CD as much as possible. As HLE are just going to continue marching forward because their health bars have not been changed. Because now, connected to every attack, they now have basically an ultimate ability that slows down everyone in an AoE. It's just nutty. This Hextech Soul is no joke. And Nongshim, they are good at
get autoed by a rapid fire Caitlyn and your whole team is slowed.
Yeah. Or the turret just explodes.
That works too.
My goodness. Okay, yeah. Caitlyn doing some damage as Viper is going to be able to finish off the inhibitor. It's a bit of a fake out. Zekra is
yet to do a single thing, and
in the LCK Cup.
He is staring down 0-11. It is approaching.
Yeah. Well,
there he goes.
He's going to press his ultimate button. Fisher is desperately trying to get himself a kill as the equalizer comes through. There's a heroic exit that is going to be interrupted. And HLE get themselves out of there.
You know, he nearly got, he did get Peanut below half health.
He did.
Nearly got Zeus below half
And he
health.
made it so that Peanut had to move from where he was going to be otherwise.
True. Oh, they make it mid-tier 1.
Oh, in trade
no,
for
no.
an inhibitor top lane.
They gave up on it. They don't want it anymore.
Okay, then maybe they don't actually have to give away their inhibitor top lane. It's Delight also taking way too much damage here. Fisher has come through to do an auto attack. That was cool. Teleport is going to bring Zeus into the fold though. And him as far as the front line is concerned is looking pretty dangerous. These final sparks not doing as much damage as we can sometimes see from Lux, but she is very supportive with the redemption completed as well as the Chaos. And we do all the damage. This is where we steal the Elder. This is where maybe you just lose as they're teleporting into the base.
Oh, the base,
to end the game.
Kingan needs to go. He's the one with TP.
Well, Nexus turret 1 is dead. Nexus turret number 2 is dead. Fisher is almost dead. Lance is in fact dead. There's a knock-up onto Gideon as they're just diving forward. They're going to win the team fight and the game at the same time as it's a double to come down for Viper. And Fisher is likely to not die. Wait, he's dead. I said likely to not die. I meant the other way around. Azeka is wanting to kill Kingan, his ex-teammate, before actually killing the Nexus. I think he ran out of minion wave there as well. But he's just going to follow him. And Sukni is going to help out. And thumbs up occurring all over the place. Oh, the scrap shield!
He's scrappy.
And the minions, they get it done in the end as well as Leandri's. And so that is going to be Zeka going golden. Didn't time it quite right as HLE are delaying as best they can. And that is going to be the 2-0 successful there.